Drop a heart if you agree. They're mailing out approval, but it never lands with me. The Xbox glaze is real. I'm trying on something hollow. Project Helix, spinning wheels, selling dreams I'd never follow. What are we doing here? Clapping for a cardboard vision, signing off on every deal while they polish up the fiction. Care packages, care for who? Sticker on a promise that was never true. Game changer, written in the same old font. Is this what we actually The Xbox glaze is real. They're shine on something hollow. Project Helix, spinning wheels, selling dreams I'd never follow. What are we doing here? Trading trust for one more mention, signing things we'll never feel, drowning in the gross intention.
It's a gaming grindhouse birthday, stack those wins. The CM deck just went up $300. I checked the price and I just laughed and hollered. Same cart, same tab, now the math got wild. My wallet made a face like a stressed out child. I came for a deal, got hit with a plot. That number climbed fast, that number climbed wide. Tell me why, tell me why. It was right there, then it got shy.
The game deck just went up $300. The game deck just went up $300. Gabe Newell is crazy as he needs a second boat. Gabe Newell is crazy as he needs a second boat.
I'm pacing the room with my phone in my hand, doing sad little math like a broke little man. Could've paid rent, could've bought a new chair. Instead I'm scrolling like the answer's in there. Fresh out the cart, but the joke still lands. They moved that tag like they knew my plans. Tell me why, tell me why. It was almost mine. Then goodbye.
The game deck just went up $300. The game deck just went up $300. Gabe Newell is crazy as he needs a second boat. Gabe Newell is crazy as he needs a second boat.
One boat, two boat, where does it end? I blinked at the screen, lost another 10. I wanted a handheld, not a lesson in pain. Now I'm saving up coins just to play the game.
The game deck just went up $300. The game deck just went up $300. Gabe Newell is crazy as he needs a second boat. Gabe Newell is crazy as he needs a second boat.
Calamite in neon red, everyone whispering, it's today. Rumors spinning like a carousel. You say you're quiet, I shout it anyway. You call it rumor, I call it fate. You say exclusive, I say I say it's you. Here's the day, gonna open the door. Flip that switch, it's an either or. Exclusive, I know, I still believe. I should AI in my circuitry. Here's the day, I can feel that spark. Lighting up the code in the dark. Say I'm crazy, say it's just a dream. I believe this, I believe this. What if the world's about to change? What if the lines rearrange? If it's all in my head, I'll still stay.
Is it better now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Here's the day, here's the day, gonna open the door. Flip that switch, it's an either or. Exclusive, I know, I still believe. I should AI my circuitry. Here's the day, I can feel that spark.
Now you can hear me. Grinders, are we back in business? There we go. We are back in business. Oh my goodness. I believe. Oh my goodness. We're back in business. Grinders, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? The Grindhouse. The smooth sounds of the gaming Grindhouse. I don't know what was going on over in those spots. I don't know. I had to reboot everything. Gabe Newell said, get him. Get him. Get him. That's what Gabe Newell said. He said, get him. Get him. He's going to talk about Steam Deck. What? My price increases. Lord Gabe Newell, don't get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. So we're back, Grinders. Oh, my goodness. Sorry for whatever that was, dude. It sounded like I was chewing on my... Yo, I don't know clue. I don't know. I had all my dials. I just had to reset my my mixer. So I did that. And now let me hear myself now. What? My price increases. There we go. I'm sounding crispy now. Man, I'll go back and see what the hell that is. I'll remove that stuff. We'll just skip that part. We just skip that part. Just skip it. Skip on that part. My goodness. All right, Grinders. Hey, I decided we're going to do streaming bonds. So, like, we're going to do a show, could do a couple of topics. Now as a quick kind of show. Kind of hang out here for an hour or so and see how it goes. You know how things go here, man. We'll see how it goes. But we want to talk about just a couple of topics that just came up, and and then we'll go into Bond stream, and we'll go shut this stream down, and then we'll go. I'll boot it up for a stream. Yeah, we're not doing Bond yet. I gotta do Bond on the PlayStation, so I gotta go over there. I don't have it set up over here. But actually, I do have a surprise for those. I have the camera on, so I'm gonna show you some cool things. So you definitely want to check this out. If you're looking forward to the stream, but I got some cool things to show you. Speaking about money, speaking about some things that are on sale and some cool things that we're doing here at the Gaming Grindhouse. We're gonna put that camera on. I'm gonna show you some cool stuff here. So you definitely want to stick around for this show. It's a special show. It's another thank you to everybody that reached out and stuff. Yeah, it's been some tough time over the last weekend. You saw me from my tweet and video. I had delayed a show on Monday. Try to get back into gaming yesterday. Playing Bond was great. I have to say, hey, 007, First Light, really good game. It is very cinematic. The sound kicks, the graphics are really awesome. And I have to say, for my 4 hours already in the game, I recommend it. I definitely think it's a really good popcorn flick, dude. So I'm really liking the Bond game, so I want to play more of it. But I figured, hey, let's do a live show as well for everybody out there. because I wanted to talk some topics here. We could do another one maybe Friday. We could do a longer one, but we definitely want to get to some things. But thank you for reaching out. Some sad things in the grindhouse here. We family stuff. We had to put we had to put our dog to sleep, our family dog, a little dog, last week, and it's been really very stressful on everybody here. And I want to thank everybody in the grindhouse, for reaching out and all your well wishes. It really was nice turning on the phone and just seeing everybody doing that. And thank you again for all your support and everything that you guys do, like guys and girls on the show. You come into the chat, you engage the donations, and that's why I try to, I was like, let me get bonds for all you guys so you could see the game and experience it. Make a decision, because I feel like there's so much noise and crap out there, man, that the least I can do with the community that we built here is just kind of give back to you and show you my experiences so you can make the decisions on what you want to do, with gaming, and unfiltered, deglazed. These are just my opinions, but I try to leave it up to you to interpret it and see what you want to do with it. So, with all that, I put it back into the channel and, get the cool things for you guys at the show. And, the music, the cameras, the better microphone. Not before, but now it's a better microphone. And, and getting those games. But, I'm feeling a little better coming around to it. But it was really, man, it was rough over the weekend. It was like, man, it was I felt like I was going through motions, but I was kind of not. I was out of my body. Like I really didn't even know I was doing like a zombie, man. So yeah, and you may have heard him on the podcast. Like he would bark at the top of the stairs when I started doing the show. He'd be like, ruff, ruff, like just barking up there, and I say the grindhounds are up there. And it was just, he was there. He was 16, so a little Shih Tzu, 16, Rudy, up in heaven. My daughter said he's a puppy now again. But yeah, his kidneys gave out, and it was really, really rough. And the weather up in New Jersey has not been good either. With the rain all weekend, man, it was just not good. It was rough. So I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. A game, breaking the ice and getting back into just playing a popcorn flick game really was good. Just getting into that and getting back online, because I really was not. On Monday I couldn't do it. I was just like really couldn't do it. There, but getting back into it, and then that now I want to definitely do a show, and I want to show you some cool things that I got. A cool thing I got today. I'll put the camera on to show you that as well. But yeah, how to say gaming is an escape and all this stuff. Escape, yeah, it really did. Like it really was something really cool. Like I had a lot of good smiles last night playing Bond. Bond was really came at the right time, because I really wasn't going to get it. I saw the reviews of it and I was like, whoa, okay, wow, it's looking pretty good. And they showed some of the scenes and stuff in it. And I was, and I was like, oh, you know what? This seems like a good game, because I didn't want to do the horror game, because I've been playing Directive 8020, which is 2080, which has been really good. A Directive, whatever it is, that horror game, and I just couldn't deal with the tension of that stuff. So I was just like, nah, I can't finish streaming that. Let me hold off on that. And then Saros is very competitive, very tense. Didn't want to do that. Bond came in, perfect, fun. And that's it. Thank you, Crooked Vulture. Thank you, Wild Wolf, Outside Gaming Night, Dine John, Cephalon, for Breeze. How you doing, man? Everybody coming in the house. Retro Gaming Night. Yeah, let them know it's a ad hoc Wednesday gaming grindhouse. That's why you need to subscribe here, because you never know. Sometimes I do these ad hoc shows on a Wednesday or on Fridays, do these grinds bites, and in addition to the Monday shows. So you never know here. Hood Geek, yes, let's go Knicks, man. That's been keeping me happy too, watching that. That's been incredible. Doing that. But yeah, remember, old dogs go to heaven. That's right. Outside Gaming Night. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's been some time, and I feel coming around to it. It's still, the reminders here and there, man. Yeah, it's tough with it. But yeah, I hope it is a new chapter for IOI, or whatever they call it, 100. I think it's really good. I really think, they've done a really good job trying to. It's not the Hitman, there's Hitman elements to it, and definitely some in the environments and things like that, but they really did a good job adding a lot of layers of Bond, like shooting out the legs, shooting the hands to get the gun pop up, the hand-to-hand combat and the interactivity with the environment. Everything breaks and reacts, and just kind of using bottles and just ad hoc weapons and things like that. They really did a really interesting approach to it, and they've done really cool, like the montages. of the training. Like it wasn't a kind of boring tutorial like how you have like the first mission in a Call of Duty, like run through the show or something, like run through the the training course and now you're trained and you're Bond. They actually are doing it almost reminds me of Bond X-Men First Class, like X-Men, like, or the it's basically like that. Like you have a class, you all learn to be secret agents, you go through training camp, you go on some missions as the class, and the class they're setting up things. Like some of those kind of movies where it's like we got the young group of people together, and now we're gonna, like, you're a class kind of learning, and we're gonna send you out on these on these tests, these field tests and things like that. So it's really, really interesting, and the way they do it, where they throw you in a car for a training, they do that, like, it really is good. I'm very excited to get back into the game because it finally, after about 4 hours, it's finally starting to open up where it's like now you're kind of doing the Bond stuff. It was kind of, practice and class stuff, but it's before the double O's, exactly. And they did a good, really good. It's a very good story because it's unique. Like, we also use, and I was saying this on the stream last night, I'll probably say it again when I boot up the game, but like for Bond, like I would say it really does, it really kind of, it's really using a lot of the movie tropes in the game where it's unique. It's not like a tutorial mission and now you're and now basically you're trained and you're 007 by the end of the mission. They really do a really cool montage where they'll put you in a car, put you on a boat, do this, and then you do a punching, and then you do some shooting, and then you do this, and it's all like kind of Rocky montage. I thought it was really creative. So good job. Hey guys, some good internet today. You tried your Portal. Yo, the Portal in the house, man. Hey, $250 sounding real good right now with all this handheld stuff, man. I think the handheld market is dead. Man, I'm telling you, but we'll get into it. So the big news, grinders. Aaron says, Aaron says it doesn't appeal to him. Aaron. That's all right, Aaron. Not all games are for everybody. But thank you, Chris Kane. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. Yeah. So everybody hit that like button. We'll get into the topics today, but we'll get right into the big one because we don't, and then we'll talk into some of the residual ones. So what I wanted to do today, the show, we'll talk about the Steam Deck. We'll talk about we'll do the Steam Deck, a little bit of the Xbox Civil War that's going on right now with Xbox player feedback, and some of the PlayStation Play state of play stuff that goes on right now with the sales that's currently going on. We'll roast Bungie in another show. But again, I'm not a huge Destiny fan, but I just think Bungie needs to go bungee jump and get out of town. But we'll roast them another day, but because I don't want to. We'll get into that stuff. But I'll just talk about those kind of three topics today. Yeah, but Aaron, I'm telling you, it's not bad, dude. It's not. It's good. It's not Uncharted. It's not Uncharted. They took elements from Uncharted. Like, I think Uncharted definitely has a lot more like smoother animations here and there. There's definitely some awkwardness to some of the animations, but it's a refreshing game. It makes you want another Uncharted. But yeah, I think it's refreshing. And Witcher 3 is back as well, Wild Wolf. That's right. Yeah, we could touch on that too. The Witcher 3 DLC getting us ready for the new Witcher game. But the biggest news, that's the reason why we're here and we're calling all hands to the gaming grindhouse. We've been through these price increases. Xbox did 2 price increases on hardware last year. PlayStation did its big price increase this past May. They beginning of the month, last month, they did that. And they increased the price of the Pro and all their hardware. And one of the things that's missing in their state of play sales or their play sales or whatever's going on now is hardware. The only stuff is accessories and basically games and accessories and maybe some of their service stuff. But that's about it. Hardware, no discounts on console, no discounts on the PlayStation Portal. They went up in price. The Nintendo Switch in the last couple of weeks just went up $50. The Switch 2 went up $50. But today, we were missing one of the other hardware manufacturers that's out there. Today, Gabe Newell said, I need another boat. He says, we are going, and this price increase absolutely bonkers. The Steam Deck, the old Steam Deck. This is the kind of thing that kind of grinded my gears a little bit when people were talking about the PlayStation price increase and the and the Nintendo Switch price increase. Like, Steam and Xbox are really using some real old technology, old hardware that's been sitting on shelf, that's been sitting out there for some time, and increasing the price that high. When you look at the Switch 2, that just came out. When you look at the PlayStation, you're talking about the slim version, the PlayStation 5 Pro that came out just a couple of years ago. This is newer tech, newer hardware. Microsoft increased the price of the 2020 Xbox Series S and X. Gabe Newell is increasing the price of the old Steam Deck, and not by a little. They have taken, here it is, grinders, 512 gigabytes, the OLED, 512 gigabytes for PC games in 2026. Say it ain't so. We got to do our first one of the show. What are we doing here? The OLED going from $549 to a whopping $789. The 512 gigabyte for PC games, the Steam Deck OLED 512 gigabyte doesn't have the resolution screens that the Lenovo Legion 2, the handhelds from the Xbox ROG Ally. It has the old 500 and whatever 480 screen, 520 screen on the Steam Deck, dude. They went up to $789. But then the craziest one is the 1 terabyte OLED Steam Deck, which was $649, has gone up to $949. $300. This is the new prices reflecting the current state of component costs and other global logistical challenges across the industry as a whole. Yo, $300 for an OLED Steam Deck that came out? I gotta do my research. When did the OLED Steam Deck come out? The OLED Steam Deck came out in 2023. We are talking about tech that is 3 years old. 2023. And really, the Steam Deck OLED really didn't do much than the OG Steam Deck. It was just really it wasn't more powerful. It just had an OLED screen. The original Steam Deck came out because, again, they kept the same components in it. I think they made the screen a tad bigger. The original Steam Deck came out in 2022. This is crazy. $300? Like, you would think that they would be like, those components will be stocked up and ready to go. But for a $300 price increase? So refurbished Steam Decks will not suffer a price increase, although it appears that refurbished Steam Decks will still cost more than their original price. But what's crazy is that I think, what's up, Donkey Kongo Banana? Yeah, listen, I went through them all. If you follow my show, I had the ROG Ally X, the Legion Go, the ROG Ally original one, ROG Ally X, the MSI Claw, which I sold, the AI, that one I sold, and I settled on this one right here, which I'll show you right now, and a Portal. But I'll tell you right now, and you want to know what? I'm not damage controlling for Gabe Newell, but I'm going to let you know what. All those PC handhelds, they shot up in price as well. It's just that they're not as common as the Steam Deck. But that Legion Go 2 that released at like $1,200, $1,400, jacked up to $2,000. This one that I'm going to show you now, I got it. It was $890. It was like $799 or something like that last year, and then it went on sale for like $650 for Black Friday. I got my price match. I just checked yesterday. This thing's at $12.99. I'll show it to you. So all the handhelds have gone up astronomical in this year. So the Steam Deck is just following suit. But again, those came out last year and they have price increases. This thing came out 3 and 4 years ago and they're doing it. That's where it's a little like, yo, you kidding me? This is some old ass hardware. Yes, it's very popular. Yes, it's good. But man, you're talking about RAM and stuff and resolution screens that are like from 4 years ago. And even at that time, the Steam Deck was not breaking edge, Ryzen Zen 2 chips or even Zen 1 chips. Like, it was definitely significant. It was weaker. It was better optimized, but it was definitely weaker than the other handheld PCs. But my God, you have the weakest of the handhelds going up that amount of money. Like, I could see $50, $100 due to marketing conditions. But man, going from $549 to $789, $649 to $940. I can't believe it. They're like pricing themselves out of just like, yo, only desperate people will buy it. The ROG Ally X, it cost $1,000. That held its price there, and I wonder if Microsoft is kind of keeping that at bay. But things going up in price, it is what it is. But man, older hardware that came out 4 years ago going up $300 in 2026, it should be going down $300, and we should be getting a Steam Deck too. Now, let's talk about grinders. Hit that like button. Let's talk about this. I'm gonna throw something out there to the Grindhouse, and I want you guys to hear this. Oh, they're gonna be quiet. No, you want to know why, Chad? They're all, because all of them got it already. All the PC Master Race, dude, they already got their Steam Deck, so they're not gonna go fight this and go, this is anti-consumer. No. And run around and go, who's this for? Like they did with the PS5 Pro. Or when that went up in price and the consoles went up in price. They say every time the consoles went up in price, whether it was Xbox, PlayStation, even a Switch, they're like, just go get a PC. And it's like, dude, look at the price of these graphics cards. What do you mean? The PC is not immune to this. The PC uses the same parts. What are you talking about? Every time the price went up on one of these on these consoles, it was go get a PC. I'm just going to get a PC. Well, I guess you can't do that now. And even if you have a Steam Deck, this is crazy. You know what this does to the handheld market? The handheld market is done. Like, it is cooked. That, like, there is no, like, the Switch will dominate that, but the handheld PC market, the Steam market, whatever future or growth or whatever the hell they were going to have, it's cooked. This is not going to move anything. That's it. It's on death row right now. That's it. This is on death row. The PC handheld market, death row. I tell PlayStation, don't even release anything handheld. You stay with the Portal and don't touch anything. And we are on a massive holding pattern now. That's what it is. You know, we are in this massive holding pattern now where, you know, if you want to jump into this stuff now, you're paying these astronomical prices. And honestly, I really don't think it has to do with I think, you know, maybe the politics and stuff have some involvement in it. Definitely the oil and all this other crap, that's always happens, right? But I really do think we cannot take the blame away for this AI push. I think the AI, because the RAM is not because the oil in Iraq, like the oil and the president is not the RAM problem. The RAM is because these companies that bet a lot on AI are now trying to get their money back from that bet. And they are like, we don't care. We are bringing the wrath of hell right now. And the oil is not helping it. So I'm not going to say no way it's not that stuff. That is just amplifying everything, especially with gas prices and craziness. $4.50 for friggin' gas. But what's adding to that as a multiplying factor is this friggin' AI crap, dude. These people that bet on AI to be where it should be now are not seeing where AI needs to be. And they are now forcing it down people's throats and building server farms and hoarding up all the RAM and all that stuff to prepare or to try to get their money
You're
back.
my number one customer.
That's what they're trying to friggin' do. And it is taking all this available hardware for us, for the consumer, and they're saying, not for you. Not for you guys. We don't. Consumer electronics is not important. We need it for the servers to power AI. We don't care about the consumer anymore. And that's where these issues happen. Jay Otto with the 5. He goes, I bought a Switch 2 because of exclusives to prevent the Nintendo fanboy from buying one before price hikes. Hey, man. Everybody who bought hardware like this and early adopters, I would never thought the day that early adopters are the ultimate winners, if anything, considering electronics and technology. I can't believe it. That an early adopter, the person that bought that PS5 Pro at launch, the person who bought the Switch 2 at launch, the person who bought a Steam Deck at launch, the person who bought an Xbox at launch, the early adopters, the pre-orders, those people, we are the ones sitting here going, we made out. Usually we're the ones that get the slap in the face. We are the ones that go like, oh, man, we just bought that model. Oh, here's the new model that fixes all the red rings of that one. Crazy. But see, Wild Wolf, the thing is, and thank you so much, Jay Arthur. I really appreciate it, man. Hit that like button too, everybody. But this is the thing. Wild Wolf, laws need to be put in, yes. And that's the problem. They made this stuff go wild, wild west on everything with no regulation, with nothing to protect anything. And that's why we're in the situation that we're in, because they're so ignorant with AI and all this crap that nobody anticipated all this stuff. Nah, Aaron, I don't say you don't celebrate being an early adopter. You know, more hardware is coming, yes. But at least you got in before you go in now. What happens if somebody's like, hey, I want to get a Steam Deck this summer. I graduated college. I want to have a Steam Deck when I go into, my apartment. My friends have one, and they bought it like 2 years ago when it was $650. And now you're like, hey, I'm going to get one too at $950. Dude, $950 for the same hardware. That is crazy. For the same hardware. The Pro went up, what, $200 to $900? The PS5 Pro? The Steam Deck is more money than the PS5 Pro. What are we doing here? Yo, what world are we living in right now? A handheld 2023 PC that's weaker than the handheld PCs is more expensive than the PS5 Pro. Yo, I don't want new. What does this, listen, what does this mean for new hardware? You think new hardware is going to come out at lower prices than these? You think a PlayStation 6 is going to come out now? If a PlayStation 6 came out now, you think it's going to be priced? Oh, yeah, $700. We're back. No, man. I don't want anything coming out now. I don't want any hardware coming out now. I'm nervous now if Sony's going to announce a handheld. Well, how the hell much is that going to be? Unless they priced that stuff and they stocked up everything. Keep the hardware at bay. Let us pay for $70 games. $70 games looking cheap right now. $70 in gaming right now is cheap. You know? Craziness. $70 is like, oh, it's just $70? Everything else is $700 and $900. I'm glad that we got in. I'm happy that we're in. Now just give me the content. I already got the hardware. Let's get back into what the console strategy is, or even with the PC. You know what? Let's stop making the 5090s, the 6090s, the 8090s, the 9090s. Stop with the friggin' hardware every couple of years and have the developers maximize what is available currently right now and get more juice out of what we have. Instead of waiting for Just like we saw with Unreal. Oh, well, like, why don't you let them try to fix? Yeah, we're going to do Unreal 6 because I'll fix Unreal 5. Yeah, the 3090s really didn't do what we wanted. The 4090 will fix it. You know what? Stop with this hardware diarrhea. Take a chill pill and have the developers and software maximize the potential of the hardware that we currently have right now and stop chasing all these, let's sell you some, upselling more hardware to you. That's I don't want to see any hardware right now. And I can imagine what this does to the Project Helix conversation moving forward. Like, people are going to be like, yo, that Helix better come in at $900, $800 because nobody be looking that way for over $1,000. If they think they're going to have some boutique $1,300 PC Xbox hybrid and they think that that's going to be something, this should put the kibosh on it. And what's crazy is that that's Asha's meal ticket right there. The Project Helix is Asha's meal ticket. And the fact that this hardware is out of control with price increases across the board for everybody, nobody's safe. We got Steam in trouble. You got Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. Now's not the time talking about Project Helix, dude. And that's Asha's meal ticket. Who's going to develop for something that's $1,300 and maybe 5 people buy? Who's gonna develop for a boutique item? Who's going to buy a boutique item besides those that get it for free with the t-shirts? This actually puts a kibosh on Helix. I would shut the hell up if I was Xbox, but that's Asha's meal ticket. Right now, Project Helix and that PC migration, this is the worst thing for them. This is the worst thing for them because they, and I agree, like with and Sony now with the pivot, going back to just their first party single player games on the hardware that they got out there, is just try to get people on that stuff. But I would not be introducing anything new right now. Hold off, Big Dig. Yeah. Hold off. Hold off on the PS6. I don't want to see it. You got to let the smoke clear now because it is now rampant. Now it went to an old-ass Steam Deck from 2023, just got a $300 price increase. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. But I got a little spin for you grinders. I mentioned I wanted to throw something out there, right? I know we say, what about the Steam Deck? That Steam Deck, not the Steam Deck, but the Steam machine that Valve was supposed to release. It was supposed to be out sometime now. They pushed it, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you think they're increasing the price of the Steam Deck so that the Steam machine rolls in at like $800, $900? And now it's kind of in the same realm that, hey, I was going to get a Steam Deck. Because think about it. If the Steam machine came out, this could be some price Gabe Newell-ness. We could have some Gabe Newell-ness. What's up, Liquid Data? You're not too late. We're about to roast some Gabe Newell-ness. You got the new one. We got some Gabe-ness going on here. Hear me out here. What do you think if you had a $650 Steam Deck and a $900 Steam machine? Oh, I'll just get the Steam Deck. But now he has a $950 Steam Deck. What happens if their Steam machine slips in around $900, $1,000? He just increased. He just changed the level of the pool. Perspective has changed. He was nestling at $500 and $600, and people are like, oh, this Steam machine is going to come in around $500, $600. But what about that Steam machine coming in at $1,000? And yeah, you want a Steam Deck, it's only $950. Well, for $50 more, I actually get a console that's more powerful than the Steam Deck. Gabe Newell just changed perspective, because if your Steam Deck machine was coming in at $900, $1,000, and then you had the Steam Deck nestled in at $549 and $650, there's definitely a dichotomy. It's like, well, you know what? I'm just going to go grab that. But now his Steam machine could easily come in at $900, $1,000. And now it's within the realm of all their Steam family. Just like how everybody went bonkers over the Steam controller. They bought it. They went crazy for a Steam controller. But just like Nintendo fans, like and yeah, I'm fans of everything pretty much, they're gonna buy whatever the price is of it. And that's what I think who's Gabe Newell and Steam are selling to. They're selling to Steam diehards. And you want to know why? Because Steam is smart. Gabe Newell is smart. Gabeness. They got you by the guignons.
I can go directly to blackness.
They got you by the balls.
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
You want to know
Can do
why?
everything.
They have your library. All those Steam sales, summer sales, winter sales, spring sales. I got thousands of games I don't even know what to do with. The thing is that library is the essence of, like, now you're just getting devices to play your library. You're not going to, so that library has a lot of weight to it. And it gives that kind of immunity. But I think that these prices are absolutely ridiculous, because what's crazy is that Steam is kind of playing that Apple game where they're not really giving you the most powerful machine to really to blow the roof off your games. They're giving you kind of that Apple S stuff. Like, oh, yeah, well, this is the M chip that's really optimized for our hardware. And while it runs great and stuff, in the realm of everything, you're dealing with, like, small change. Like, it's not this most powerful machine. It's optimized, but it's not this most powerful machine. And Steam is kind of doing that, where they're kind of playing the Switch game, where we're going to give you this kind of weaker tech, but we're going to charge you, like, higher prices. I think it's crazy that tech that was that old went up that price. I don't know what the hell they're smoking. Yeah, Steam fanboys locked up by their libraries. Yeah. But yeah, nobody's safe. That's the right, Crooked Vulture. Nobody's safe. So all these PC guys that made fun of console stuff, you're just getting yours right now. And I know all of them are sitting back going, I bought the Steam Deck array. That doesn't matter to me. But it really kills the whole narrative of just go get a PC or just go get a Steam Deck. Don't buy a PlayStation, get a Steam Deck. Don't get an Xbox, get a Steam Deck. Don't get a Switch, get a Steam Deck. Switch went up $50. But nobody's safe right now. And gaming gaming hardware is absolutely ridiculous. And know what pisses me off and grinds my gears so much is that we are having such an incredible year of games this year that if anybody was, like, under a rock and just not around and just kind of going, well, you know what, I got my new house. I want to sit and play some incredible games. The list of Crimson Desert, the Forza Horizon, the Bond, Soros, Pragmata. It's just been a Resident Evil, like, this year. And that's not saying you play your library from like 3 and 4 years ago, but my God, this year has been insane and is just going to get more and more announcements. And, coming up, and we know we got GTA and Wolverine, like, of all years. If anybody was living under a rock and was like, you know what, I'm going to get a PC, I'm going to build something, I want to buy a console. It sucks that when they go buy something, it is just they're playing through the nose for shit that was like discount, that was just because of marketing things a year or two ago was like $200, $300 cheaper. You could almost buy 2 of them for the price that they went up. Like, these are not no $25 increases, $50. Dude, these are like $100, $200, $300. Like, yo, what are you smoking out there? You really didn't prepare for this? Like, you really are that, like, you need to add $300 friggin' dollars. You weren't like, yo, okay, well, you know what? Let's come out with the Steam Deck 2. Like, we should be waiting for the Steam Deck. Steam Deck 2 should have been coming out this year or next year. We should have been seeing prototypes of the Steam Deck 2. Meanwhile, they're like, nah, you want to know what? We're just going to make the price of the Steam Deck 1 the price of what we would charge for the Steam Deck 2. Like, that is some crazy talk right there. That is some crazy-ass talk. Your old-ass hardware from 2023 is getting a $300 price increase, and it is not the sequel. It is a crazy thing. Josh says that the Steam Deck sold less than 10 million units. They didn't. Well, it's gonna sell a half a unit now. Nobody buying that thing, especially PC people that are like, they know the tech. They know that Steam Deck is underpowered. You know, games, it is tough running. Even last year we saw it with Assassin's Creed and stuff. Like, running games on that Steam Deck is rough. Like the Z1 Extreme, the Z2 Extreme, the Z2 Go, it was tough trying to do it too. But like some of these games this year and last year were kind of tough to try to run them on a Steam Deck. You know, capitalism mixed with greed, yeah, and idiots with AI. But yeah, that Steam Deck is struggling right now with some of these games. Like, you got to crash them out, basically, to get them to run on the Steam Deck. Because the Steam Deck was underpowered with a lower resolution screen. It's not even a Z2 Extreme chip or a Z1, even the PC handhelds, even with the Windows overhead. So it's definitely I saw less. You know what's funny? It's definitely, I think you guys saw this as well. Like last year, you definitely saw a lot less people going, it runs on a Steam Deck. You know, it was definitely, it's getting quieter out there, man. It's like, oh, I don't hear them anymore. What's going on with the, I don't hear them anymore. It plays great on the Steam Deck. Yeah, I didn't see people running around with Resident Evil 9 or Pragmata. The Steam Deck is glorious. I don't know about glory. Maybe you're running that. Well, I crashed out everything. I'm running frame gen and some side loading thing from Decky, from Game Decky, and it does some manipulation and frames, and I'm getting like 35 frames. It's like, yo, at like 420, 480 resolutions. Oh, the Steam Deck is wonderful. It's like, oh. Are you a PC gamer talking those numbers? Oh. I stocked up last year, man. I knew this shit was coming down. I bought that PS5. I bought my second PS5 Pro when they increased the price to $650. I got it before it went to $650. And I got my laptops because I knew I was running through laptops last year, testing them out to see which one I was going to be my forever laptop. And I settled on the two of them. I got the 5080 friggin' Scar 18, beautiful monster machine, 18-inch. Pause. That's right, Phil. 18-inch 580. That's my gaming on the go. I plugged that into my projected gloriousness. I locked in my 4070 PC that I use this for. And then I got a 4070 Ti OLED Z16 my small laptop that I take, and I use that for my DJs and stuff like that, but also gaming on the go and other things. But that's like my moving around one. But my other one's beast. I stocked up because I was like, dude, this is coming. Same thing with the Steam Decks. I went through all the handhelds. I settled on this one because I knew we're gonna go into the what is it? The friggin' and what is it? The frozen period of just don't buy tech. You're in trouble right now. Don't PCs and all that stuff. I heard they were going that when they started talking tariffs, I said I got to go buy technology because it's happening. So, you know, but what's good thing is if you do want some stuff, the stuff that you had probably increased in value on eBay and stuff like that. Like, you know, Aaron says he has a Steam Deck. Dude, that Steam Deck right now, you go sell for $700. You probably get your money back. You know what? That's crazy. Like, you could probably sell a Pro for how much you paid for it right now and make it break even on a used console. It is insane. But I remember when the Pro announced, you're right, Big. Yo, they were talking about, oh, who's this for? Dusty Bin doing his sale. Oh, who's this for? Yeah. Well. Whew. It is getting rough out there in these streets. And now they're saying the Steam machine will be very expensive. But see, the thing is that I think there's some strategy in this that Steam machine is going to sit around that price. When the Steam machine got announced, I think people were thinking like, oh, $600, $600. Some people saying, like, oh, it'll be real cheap. given the tech that's in it, because it's not very super powerful. They're like, oh, it's just enough. The RAM is like 8 gigabytes of RAM. Well, I don't even know if it's 8 or 16. I don't think it's 16, but it's low. And it's like, well, Springfield, he bought Dusty Bin ran out and bought a PS5 Pro, not because of the PS5 Pro. He bought it because Xbox increased their price. Him and Shaggy. Craziness. No, that fell through. GameStop didn't own eBay. eBay said, walk out of here. But I'm thinking that Steam machine falls around $900,000 now. Now, because if the Steam Deck's sitting at $500-$600 and then the Steam machine $1,000, people are like, oh, that's a lot. But now your Steam Decks are up in the price. I think it's a play on money too. That's what I think. We talk about greed. I'm telling you, perspective of Steam hardware has changed. Just capture that nugget for when the Steam machine gets announced. I think they changed the perspective of Steam hardware, Gabeness. Because I'm telling you, if you had, it's like price gapping. Pause, Phil. If you had those machines sitting there at $500-$600, and then your Steam machine, which you really want to make some money on, at $800, $900, you're like, yo, that Steam machine's expensive. Now, if the Steam machine comes out at $900 and $1,000, what are you gonna say? Oh, I could get that instead of the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck's $950. Perception. Steam just changed their perception. We're not the $500, $600 company anymore. We're the premium. We're the $800, $900,000 Steam machines. I'm just throwing it out there. Perception. What's up, RPG? How you doing, man? Oh, shit. What did you just said about Aaron?
Aaron.
Oh, they're roasting you, Aaron.
Where are you? Where is Aaron right now?
Oh, man. You've had a guy. We have a grinder in here called Donkey Kong Bananas.
I have an exciting life now.
Yeah, that's for you.
Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
Oh,
you can do everything.
Man. You want to know what's crazy, Aaron? I saw your doppelganger last night. God, I could not believe. I thought I saw a ghost, because I'm so used to you two guys in the chat. Last night, I almost dropped my control when I saw True Virgil. I know he's probably listening. I saw True Virgil in the friggin' showed up in the chat. True Virgil. What was that announcement? I didn't know. Something popped up. Was that a subscribe? Did somebody subscribe? Thank you for subscribing. Well, somebody dropped a membership. I don't know. I didn't see what that notice was, because I was about to get True Virgil's music. I could not believe I saw him. I was like, and I didn't have his music for him. He came into the bond, and he says, "Oh, we're still playing games." Some craziness, and then True Virgil left. I was like, True Virgil, you can't leave. I'm like, I forgot to play your song.
Can you goggle my balls?
Thank you, True Virgil. This is for you.
Goggle my balls in your jaw. This is the remix. This is the remix. Can you goggle my balls? Goggle my balls in your jaw. This is the remix.
There you go. That's for True Virgil that showed up in the chat last night. Oh, yeah, thank you. Mad Killer sent a flow state of 200 joules. What did it say? Something. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mad Killer. Thank you. These joules are pretty cool, too. I like how they pop up in the chat. Thank you for that. No, it didn't. No, Mr. Tennis, it did not trick me. He was there, and he said something like, oh, you're still playing games or something? I'm like, True Virgil. I'm like, you still goggling? And then he left. I know. He got me. He saw me on PlayStation. He's like, I'm gonna jump on that thing. I hit him with the remix. But yeah, I know, right? I was like, Trooper. I was like, yo, where have you been? He just got a membership. I think Stephen Leone hit him up with a membership gift. He showed up. I was like, oh, hit him with the remix. So that was for True Virgil. I know he's probably lurking somewhere. He lurking. He lurking. He's still sucking those quality nuts. He still don't understand quality. Maybe go meet Asha. She tells him what's going on. But man, yeah. So I know everybody's turning this into gamers or You know, gaming is expensive. I saw Paris going wild in these streets, you know, about, you know, how gaming is so expensive. Listen, there he is. He's like going bonkers here.
Fucking unaffordable.
Valve raises Steam Deck prices. Valve has raised the Steam Deck prices in the U.S., the 1 terabyte OLED model, going up from $649 to $949. The 512
Jesus.
gigabyte OLED is going from.
It is crazy. That's what I mean. Like, you telling me that people don't know? Like, I'm telling you, man, that is not a marketing thing. They are putting things in perspective. I'm gonna scare myself when that thing happens, because I think that Steam Deck now, because they're already saying it. The Steam machine, everybody, the Steam machine is gonna be over $1,500. It'll be $1,000 now. But before this, if you go back to when that Steam machine was announced with the hardware that was in it, everybody's like, "Oh, that's gonna be like $600." I remember we had the conversation. Everybody, yeah, maybe 600. They may even go to 500. You see how the narrative has changed. Given the tech that's in there, people are like, "Oh, that Steam machine, oh, that's going to be 500, 600, we compete with consoles." Remember last year when it got announced? Yeah, I remember. But now look what happens. They increased the price $300 on old-ass Steam Deck. And now everybody's like, "Oh, man, that Steam machine coming in at $1,000. Oh, really? So right now, I'm not saying you're prepared to buy it, but now you wouldn't even touch $1,000 last year. Now you're like, "Well, if it comes in at $900, man, that's a deal, because the Steam Deck is $950. You see the marketing shenanigans and gabeness. That's what they're doing. Just like how Microsoft put Call of Duty $30 and took Call of Duty out at $23, but they got the $3 increase. Remember, they got that $3 increase, and Asha was getting she was getting memorials built for her because Asha saved them money. Meanwhile, Asha increased the price and took away the biggest game that took them 3 years to buy. Oh, really? Perspectives. It all changed. All of a sudden, now $23 is a deal because it was $30. Now a Steam Deck coming in at $1,000 is going to be woo. They listened. Gabe Newell brings a Steam machine out with $900 now. They're gonna be kissing his dirty ass PC feet. Oh, Gabe, you heard us. $899 for a Steam machine? Oh, Gabe. I'm not gonna buy a game. I just want to send you my Steam credits. Now he's the savior. But see, if he put out a $900 Steam machine when your Steam Decks was sitting around $600 and $540, oh, that's not prosumer. That's very expensive. But now he puts it out for $900. Oh, he's listening to the fans. Perspective. They would buy it anyway, no matter what price it is, because they love their Steam libraries. I got so many games. Well, there you go. Even though a bunch of those games are trash because you bought them like for Steam Summer Sale that bundled a bunch of old shit-ass games. Don't even work with controls anymore either. But perspectives are marketing. Now $700 is a deal. And Microsoft increased. Look at this value. The Steam Deck the OS is great, Ahmed. The Steam Deck OS is great. But the Steam Deck hardware itself was not very powerful. Like, it was just enough for that lower resolution screen. Like, like the ROG Ally and all that stuff, like, it was definitely weak just to get enough out there. And it was struggling to run games in the last couple of years. Look at this hit piece. Look at this. But just to show you something, before we get into these things, like, I wanted to show you something. So, like, for those, let me see if I can show this, because I want to definitely talk about a little bit of the Xbox Civil War, but I want to just show something here. Where's the I just want to see where's my No. Here. So let's move this to the side. Got something cool to show you there. Yeah, like, here we go. Let me just show you. So this I got. Hit that like button. Listen, every business is anti-consumer. Everybody's out there trying to make money. Nobody's prosumer at all. So, you know, I'll tell you as a consumer myself, not one of the products that I bought is prosumer. They make a valuable product that works and it's reliable, and I'm satisfied with said product. That's all they can do. Nobody's looking out for my best interests. Anything that costs anything, everything's. And so this whole anti-consumer and prosumer and listening to the fans, oh, horse shit. Horse shit. You're glazed. You're glazed if that's the problem. If you could say, wow, they're so prosumer, they really, nobody's prosumer. The only prosumer thing is somebody handing out something for free with no strings attached. Take this. Here you go. Do I have to say good things about it? Nope. Do I have to like acknowledge you? Nope. It's free on the house. Do I have to come back here? Do I need to, am I obligated? Nope. Yeah. But nobody's looking out for you. Nobody's like, wow, we really care about the fans. Like Gabe Newell's like, yes, I really care about pricing and this. Dude, bullshit. Prosumer. Bitch, Gabe Newell doesn't even put out a goddamn game anymore. That's what Steam did to them. Steam made Valve not make games anymore. A gaming company not making games, but hosting a storefront. How exciting, Valve. Good job. Does Half-Life 3 prosumer don't exist? The Orange Box? Left 4 Dead? Left 4 Dead, the whole goddamn Valve. Because they're making their money on the Steam store and OS horse shit. They're not making games. Deadlock. Yeah. Who? Where's my Left 4 Dead? Where's my Orange Box 2? Where? Do they make Counter-Strike? Because I think we need a new one. But I would think a gaming company should make some games instead of hosting a storefront. That's what I think. That would be that. I guess that will be. I wouldn't even call that prosumer, but you know, Portal 3, right? Oh shit! Don't say that. They don't say Portal 3. These are, and know what's crazy? These games are legendary. These are not like, oh, they were popular. Dude, these games live on forever. People will go ape shit if they did sequels to those. People will go ape shit. A Portal 3? An Orange Box? Dude, Orange Box was freaking the shit. Team Fortress? But, nah. Like, I would go crazy. That'll be exciting. But it is what it is. But nobody should be like, oh, Gabe is prosumer and the rest of the gaming industry isn't. The whole gaming industry is out to get our money. And we just got to be smart. That's why you come here and we deglaze the news. I try to give as much education and show you stuff so you guys can make good decisions. But it's good for you. Because there's so much horse shit out there. Nobody's your friend. I'm an advisor to show you what I see. But man, oh, well, this company really cares about its fans. Look at the player voice. My ass. Player voice. Wipe my ass with that. Player voices. Now, let me show you. I'll give you some player voice. This baby right here. This is what I settled on, Grinders. The Deglazer podcast. That's right, Don John Sean. That's right, Don John Sean. This baby right here. So look at these prices of these handhelds, Grinders. Look at this. Look at these prices. The Legion Go S, Steam OS edition, $898. This is the 16 gigabyte one with 512. This is the Legion Go with the Z2 Go chip. Right? Look at this. This is the one that I got. The Legion Go S 8 AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme. Not the Z2 chip because they didn't make one with the Z2 chip. Oh, I think that no, they didn't. Only the Lenovo Go 2 had it. Look at this, $1579. Yeah, the Z2's weak. I didn't do the Z2. $1579, dude. I got this. This was $799, and then I got it on sale for $6. Grinders. Look. I can't believe I checked it. They $1579. Look. What the hell is that? Is that text over my thing? Oh, shit. I got my display capture over there. Hold on. Look. This baby right here. I would say go get it last year. Not now. Right here. This is the best Steam Deck. 8-inch screen. Largest screen. Has the back buttons. Dude, I got this for $650 on Black Friday. It is $1570. It's $1580. Dude, that is almost like that's almost double the price of this thing. No, these are not bad. These are pretty good. A little wobbly. I would like them a little tighter on them. But this thing is really awesome. But not for that price. No way. And this is the Z1 chip, which is older. The Z2 Extreme didn't do much and do this one, but this one runs great. You can see I play my PlayStation stuff on here. You know, I could stream PlayStation on here. I got to play my emulators. It works. But yeah, that Windows is ass. I'm not dealing with Windows. But yeah, this thing is great. I play my emulators and stuff on it. See? This is the best part about it. Emulations. I'm not updating anything. Who it is? Who it is? I can play my 360 on here. 360. I don't even know. I might have to do the. Hold on, I might have to put this up with the finesse. Keep it unbalanced. But I tell you, like, this is awesome, but not for that price, dude. Not for that price. Not for that price. Yo, here's PC gaming for you. What the hell is this? Yo, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. What happened to that? Remember that game? This game? The pop-ups. Oh, I gotta do this. But I can't believe the prices went up there, dude. Not 1,500 though. But yeah, these PC handhelds are cooked, dude. I'm sorry, like, you know, not with these prices. But yeah. Oh, you have it on the Vita, Josh? That's pretty cool. But yeah. Let's just select the stage. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. When I went to go see the price of it, I was like, yo, I want to see, like, if there's anything new and stuff. But nah, man. But yeah, I can't stand Windows on a handheld. Steam OS is awesome, but they're smoking something with these prices right now. All of them. All of them right now are smoking. But this is the best. This is better than the Steam Deck, this thing. Because this just runs Steam OS. And I didn't sideload it. This is native Steam OS on here. But these Legion Go 2s, these Legion Go S's with that on there, yo, these were the best. This is better than the Steam Deck. That's why I got it, because I could not stand Windows anymore. You want that office tour, the Grindhouse tour? But yeah, but I have to say, man, it is crazy when I saw that stuff. But I saw this right here. I'm like, what? I'm like, I have that right there. It's $1,800. And tell me I'm not, you can buy 2 of them. Buy 2 of these friggin' things. And here you go. This is the beauty of this is why I like Steam OS. Boom. Look at that, right? Dude, I cannot turn this on for another month. And when I come back into the game, I just hit this button right here. And dude, it comes right back. That's, It'll be mid-jump, and I'll come back in a month, dude. It is crazy. It's like, yep, mid-jump. But yeah. But I'm sorry, dude. And I'm not Oh, did my thing work? What is this? Hold on, I don't see what's going on here. What the hell's going on here? Oh, just turned on my PlayStation. That's what happened. I was like, what the hell's going on? Flip it for profit? Nah. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want something, else, like. But yeah, see, I could use this like a portal. But I got the portal anyway, because I don't like playing PlayStation on this. These are a little too, these things are a little too flippy for me. Yo, Grinders, this is what I was playing last night. You want to see something? Yo, look at this, Grinders. Playing some Drive Club. Dude, nobody beats the rain. I gotta drive upside down. Dude, nothing beats the weather in Drive Club. It was crazy. Like, what's so cool is that the water, like, it like changes with the car. Yeah, I was playing this. You can't really say it though, but man, it's playing Drive Club. But yeah, it is. Don't sell it. Hold. We're in a holding position right now. Hold everything. Yo, it's still a good looking game. You're right, man. It still is. It still is. But yeah. But anyway, that's that part on there. The other thing I want to show everybody. This is that we got currently going on right now. Yeah, so that is crazy with that stuff. But I'm going to show something else cool here. But yeah, 15 cents. I can't believe these prices. Like, I can't believe it, And look at this. The Legion Go 2, the Ryzen Z2 Extreme, it's $75 savings. It's $2,000. $2,000. Here's the MSI Claw. Look at this. Dude, this was $1,000. It's $1,299 now. This thing is incredible. This right here, the Core AEI. And you want to hear something crazy? What got me into MSI is I bought this. If you remember, I bought this at Target on clearance. This ROG Ally. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the ROG Ally X. Yo, this is the ROG Ally X. Look at this open box. They're not even selling that thing anymore. They got the Xbox version. Yeah, it's wild times, dude. It is wild times, but the handheld industry is looking tough. It's definitely not going to be the fastest growing industry or even growth. They're not looking for growth in these PC handhelds, which I think is hilarious that, yet again, something that Microsoft tried to venture into and just got smacked in the head. Even the case is a ripoff. Exactly. The LCD assembly case is $120. It's crazy, man. It is crazy how much stuff is going up. It is absolutely insane. But one of the things I did mention earlier about player voice, and I wanted to touch on this thing, and then I wanted to show you one more thing because we're coming up to the shows next week, right? So the shows next week, we're gonna start seeing these shows, a lot of announcements and stuff like that, and one of the big things is what is Xbox gonna do during their show coming up? Like, is Asha gonna really listen to him? And I was telling you earlier about this whole player voice thing, dude. It is a friggin' disaster right now. there's like Xbox mutiny going on right now because of this. The exclusive stuff is now at over, look how many, almost 2,500. It has 19,000 up, almost 20,000 upvotes for exclusives on this player voice. And then 17,000 on Make Online Free. And then they got backwards compatible, Gamepass Family, achievements. And then look what they fixed. They go, oh, we heard you, the 5,000 upvote. We changed the play time from days to hours. What? That's what you fixed. That's what you got out of player voice. What about these other ones? You went right down to like, oh, you want to have a new sound when you boot up? We heard you. Asha, you missing, what about these 20,000 votes here? Oh, for 2,000 votes, I heard you want a new little logo pop up. Heard you. Asha going to page 5. She's like, oh man, even page 5 she can't escape. A new Banjo-Kazooie game they put. Oh man, free online multiplayer. Dude, Asha can't escape. She can't go to page 5. More Japanese games. Oh man, connect backwards compatibility. Yo, Asha can't. Asha's like, go further. Go further. Jason Ronald, go further. I want those 1-up votes. Oh man, Asha, console and PC library parity. Oh, Asha can't escape, dude. Even if she's on page 500. She can't escape. Dude, page 5, but she's like, go further. Let's see what, yo, there are no quick wins here, Asha. You are done. Price adjustment and making games available on other platforms. They even got her in exclusives on page 499. There's no escape, Asha. Oh, man, they even got you on page 499, Rare Perfect Dark. I'll vote that one. Oh, no. Trying to sign me in. Asha, not taking my information. Word of mouth. The customer market is driven by, yo, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea? This is like a cesspool of commentary. And what I thought was hilarious was that, Aaron Greenberg is like, feedback is glorious. Like, Greenberg, blow it out your ass, man. Whoever thought that this thing was a good idea? You can't even get out of here, man. More device streaming options. Dude, cancel gaming updates. Oh, my goodness. Heard you. 1 vote. It is so desperate. And I said, one, and I'll talk about this more when we do the Grindhouse, maybe on Friday too. But one of the things I wanted to get out there is, this show that's coming up for Xbox, this show, it's going to be a disaster. And you want to know why? They're not asking to see more Fable, Clockwork Revolution. It's not about the games at all. It's all like they could show Gears looking absolutely incredible. And if it says they're coming to PlayStation 5 at a later date, their party's ruined. Somebody just shitting their birthday cake. Because it's all about the messaging and atmosphere of Xbox and bringing back Xbox and not about the games. Never was. But it's really not going to be. They could show bangers, but if they're coming everywhere, if they're going to be everywhere, they don't care. Because she has allowed them to create this. She allowed them to do this because she doesn't know. She doesn't know. And she's going to walk out of there, and if she's not going to have exclusives, she is dead. She is done to them all. She has lost everything and gained nothing. Because she has allowed this to continue. And I said before, she was like walking into a lion's den. These Xbox fans haven't been fed in years. They're salivating. Phil Spencer walked by their den for 10 years saying, I'll feed you. I'll feed you. Sarah, feed them. Nah, that's all right. We'll hold off. These Xbox fans been sitting there salivating in the lion's den. And then Asha comes in after Phil's been teasing them for 10 years. And Asha comes in going, I'm going to throw you some scraps of food. I'll be back tomorrow. Asha's feeding us. She feeding us. Yeah, it's small, but she's feeding us. She's feeding us. It's a little bit. It's full. She's feeding us. I'm going to bring back more tomorrow. And maybe even a bigger steak. Oh, she gave us some kibble. We're good. She's feeding us. The problem is that she's talking such a big game. She don't know the damage that she's doing to herself by allowing these narratives to be created and not being smart and saying, whoa, yo, hold off. We are moving ahead, because her thing is to bring you to PC, an open platform. It is the anti. Right, Don John, you like that? Like, I don't know what they're smoking over there, but I do think it's just hope. It's hope. It's hoping and praying that she changes the ill of Phil. Because it can't be factual. Because in a world of like them talking about an open platform, a PC console hybrid, the furthest thing from that device would be exclusives. You are creating the console's a closed platform that needs exclusive content to drive people to buy that console, to buy stuff from that store. But when you are introducing PC gaming into a console and calling it open, that defeats the whole need for exclusives and the business of exclusives, because you don't need them. And your games can be played everywhere. With cloud, you got to pull it off everything. And if it goes on Steam, and I see these people questioning, they got to skip Steam. An Epic Store can't be on this. I know, Magnetar. Gaming laptop, $3,500. They start at $3,000. You want a good one. $2,600, $2,700. It's crazy. I was buying 3080s and 4050s, 4070s at like $1,500 3 years ago, dude. It's crazy. Everything's absolutely insane. That's why I stacked up last year. But back to just what she's setting up. I don't, Steam has to be there. I've said this so many times before, and the reason why is because you cannot have a PC boot up the Xbox app like this. When you boot up your computer, it stops startup processes. It stops Steam. It stops Epic Store. It stops the taskbar at the bottom. It stops it all, and this just pops up. And it's like, yep, this is the only place to buy and play games. The lawyers will be out so fast to say, whoa, this is a PC. What do you mean that this is why is this popping up, taking over the PC, showing the library, the Xbox store? This is not the only place to play 007. What are you talking about? You can't there are people making a business on this open platform you call Windows. Steam, Epic, GOG, all these other storefronts use your operating system as their business. You cannot make this operating system and then have your app overlay everything and start up priority and shut those systems down and make it that this is the only place to buy and play games. You cannot own the operating system and have your application take over because you program it that way. Nobody else could do that. And your operating system boots up first, and this Xbox app overlays everything, blocks everything. Nowhere to. There's nothing else to see here, and you only could buy from the Xbox storefront right here. That's where you play First Light. Dude, they will be in court so goddamn fast, Satya will grow hair. Satya will have a full-ass wig on. Holy shit, he'll be in court the next day. He'll be in court. They'll be like, oh, the same shit you did with Netscape and Internet Explorer, where you didn't allow us to have other browsers, and your browser took over. Yeah. all that antitrust shit that they were in all that legal monopolistic shit in the 90s. They will be in court so fast. Epic Tim Sweeney will turn on them overnight. He'll turn on them like heel John Cena. Tim Sweeney. But whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to show Epic Store? Epic Store can't load up. No. This is the only play to play First Light. So what about First Light on Steam? What about First Light on Epic? What about First Light on GOG? What about First Light? Nope. We will shut down those other storefronts. Dude, that is like having a neighborhood of a shopping center. And you, Walmart, own the shopping center. And all these years, little stores have been popping up in your shopping center, making money and a livelihood. And then you, Walmart, go, well, I own the land. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to build my Walmart in front of all your stores. So that everybody showing up at this thing sees my store first and you guys in the background. I'm blocking you guys. But Walmart, you told us that we can make a living here in business. Well, business has changed. Now our Walmart store will now be in front of all your stores. There's no goddamn way. They will go to court. So there's no legal way. If this is a PC, which we all believe it's going to be, just like the ROG Ally, there is no way they cannot have Steam be available to download. Hence, why when you go into this thing, it shows all your Steam games. Look. It shows all your Steam games. Thank you. Jay Shill sent the GOAT. That's right. Hit that like button. The GOAT is here. Thank you so much, man. 1,000 jewels in the... I love it. Those are really cool. I like those things. But see? Oh, look. It shows Rocket League on Steam. It's showing them as part of my library. Why? Because they cannot... Yeah, look. It shows Epic Store. It shows Steam. It shows Steam. It shows here. Look at this. It shows Ubisoft Store. You can't block that. You have to show my whole entire library. You can't just show Xbox. So tell me how exclusives exist in this world. There's no way they are not using Steam. And that's why when you go to the store, and that's why when you go to the library, or you could go to where is it? Gamepass, there's the home. There's a way to find Steam. Steam is somewhere around here. Cloud gaming, yeah. Steam storefront they have to show Steam. They got to show your Steam library. They cannot hide that. They cannot block it. They'll go to court. And they'll go under for antitrust. Because they own the operating system. See, Sony could do that with Google. Sony could make the portal overlay and take over Google because they're not Google. They are a customer of Google, just like Samsung. Samsung overlays all their crap on Google. Well, if Samsung made Android, Samsung wouldn't be able to do that. And Google likes that because that gives you access to their store and they make money off of it. But Google can't, but Microsoft on an open platform can't block other storefronts and have their Xbox app take over. So that's why it's either a console or it's a PC. And if they have PC games playable, it's a PC. And if it's a PC, Steam is going to be there day one. And your library will be there day one. So they're basically, Steam is not there. I don't how they're going to win. I don't know. That's what's so interesting about this whole thing. Because they're not going to be able to do that. Spawnways, oh yeah, that poll. Where are you picking up Halo? 20,000 votes. 43 on PS5, 31 on PC, 26 on Series. But I told you, that game is not meant. The whole existence of Halo Campaign Evolved, it's not meant for anybody but PC and PS5. Because it's more for PS5. That's why the guy wasn't wearing a Steam shirt, because Master Chief Collection is already on Steam. That's already has happened. It's for a PS5. But that's the reason why Steam, there's no way that they're going to block Steam on there. But the biggest thing that's going on, just to kind of close up this whole Xbox Civil War, is C Money went up and he did something. C Money, it's Asha, it's me. Because now people are going around going, the best value in gaming needs to be kiboshed. They don't want, they want games out of Game Pass. So this new war front, led by Captain Tim Dog, I guess. I don't know who's leading this thing. But this exclusive Bring Xbox Back crew are going crazy. And like, if you really want Xbox to be back, they got to get back to exclusives and they got to take their games out of Game Pass day one. They got to get people buying games again, engaging with the platform, and not being freeloaders for day one Game Pass stuff. So that is where the exclusive part of the Civil War of Xbox is on. The other side are like, no, keep first-party games in Game Pass. Because if you take those first-party games out, then you're going to have nothing. And what his point is that Xbox has all they got left is Game Pass. They are a Game Pass box because that's over 10 years of bullshit and Game Pass. They basically made Game Pass a part of Xbox culture. And if you take away first-party games out of Game Pass, it's like taking the heart out of everything. Xbox is an empty shell. And if you don't have exclusives, it is just dead. So there's a war going on with keep our games in Game Pass, make them exclusive in Game Pass. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be hilarious to watch because it's a disaster and there's nothing fixing this thing. There is not, I'm telling you right now, this thing is going to rot because nobody's going to fix this. They needed to have these conversations when I started this podcast 6 years ago. Six years ago when I started Gaming Grindhouse day one, that's when all of them needed to get their Phil Glaze out of their face and come to reality and go, wait a second. Do we really want all the games in Game Pass? Because what will that mean for the quality of our franchises? What will that mean? Why are we like the buffet of games? We should be the premier games. That was my Grindhouse Day One podcast. How Game Pass is not the way. But all of them said that was negativity. That was this. Those conversations, they babied Phil and loved him for 10 years. It's too late because they are neither powerful to do exclusives, they don't have the install base, and they are neither capable of getting Game Pass stuff. You want exclusives. Dude, they are in the minus right now, putting their games in everything. Day one Game Pass revenue, games on every platform, including PlayStation, and they're still not even breaking even. So tell me, pulling those games off of PlayStation and Steam, what will your numbers look like then, Asha? Taking the games out of Game Pass, what will your minus look like then? It will just be hemorrhaging money. And it's not going to move consoles enough at all, especially when consoles now are at astronomical prices and nobody's buying them. Because you had 2 price increases for your console. It's not even like your console is even on sale or bundled with anything. So what sales are you driving of that? Like I said, every road is blocked. It's Schitt's Creek. Because Xbox did not prepare itself for the hell that's coming with them. And the problem is the stupid Asha ran in there, instead of just being quiet and assessing and making it about quality games and focusing on the game development and making sure Booty knows what the hell he's doing and the studios are prepared. Asha ran right to Twitter, engaged with all the bozos on there, signed my ass, Phil, and said all stupid shit and started a civil war. It is going to be glorious at FanFest. They better be giving a lot of good swag out there because it's going to be a shit show. Why would you have FanFest if you don't have, if you're going to have games on PlayStation? Dude, she don't care. That's the business. Maybe they'll give you an indie exclusive. It doesn't matter. Because the games that you want exclusive are not even that good. You got Forza Horizon 6. Forza Horizon 6 is par for the course in quality. It's nothing new. It's the 6th version. If you didn't buy 5 at a Metacritic of 92 and didn't buy 4 at a Metacritic of 91, you're not buying Forza 6 at a Metacritic of 91. There's nothing new to bring in a new audience. It's par for the course. It should be the golden standard of what all the other studios want to be. If I was doing it, I would take Forza Horizon series, I would take the development team, and I would stand them on that friggin' Xbox circle at Xbox headquarters, and I would get all those other teams sitting there and go, ask them questions, Q&A. How did they make the game of quality? What did they do? What can you take from that one? Because all of them need to be living up to what a 90 Metacritic looks like and what a game looks like. They need to do that. And Matt Booty is not the person. He sucks. And he's the only one that he's the big one that needed to go, and he's still there. And look who she's surrounding herself with. Who? A bunch of people that know how to make great games? She just gave us a whole bunch of AI executives and people from other business folk. Nobody on that team says that's an incredible person that's going to bring value and great games to the platform. No, they're all business people and AI people. That's it. Who's keeping Booty in check? Who has the heritage of making great games and they can tell Booty, clap that ass? There is nobody. Booty is left unchecked. And when you got a stank-ass Booty running around the place, guess what happens? He's going to shit it all up. And that's exactly what he's doing. So Xbox Civil War in full effect. We will cover more of this Xbox Civil War. But before we go play some Bond Grinders, because I know you're loving it right now, hit that like button. But there is something going on right now, and we're going to watch this Civil War, and we're going to watch this whole thing. But it is wild going on out there about exclusives and stuff, and we'll see. And we got to get Tim Dog on here. He's due for a triple deglazing. The glaze has gone to the bone, and Tim Dog, again, he's running on hope floats, because what he's doing, and just this is just something here, you know, from talking to Tim, and you know, and I'm telling you right now, what Tim Dog is doing is just trying to rally the troops in what Xbox really needs to do. Does he believe they're going to do it? Probably not. But what he's trying to do and just build that community is trying to say, hey, there is a group of people that really care about Xbox and want it to go back to the glory days. And that's what return to Xbox means. And he's just hoping that somebody gets a whiff and does it. His latest rumor that came out, that he was saying, was that the conversation he heard was that they're trying to think about taking Gears E-Day out of Game Pass. And that's where C-Money, I guess, and everybody else started this like, uh-oh. And we said this, once they took Call of Duty out of Game Pass, what other games are going to come out? Gears E-Day may be one of those. They may not launch in Game Pass. And to think about it, for Asha, her focus will be on Play Anywhere, not Game Pass. Because Play Anywhere adds makes people want to buy their game and serve as a bridge to transport them from the console to PC. So Play Anywhere favors Asha's plan than Game Pass does. Because Game Pass, you don't own the game, so you are severable. You could cash out whenever you want. But if I have you buy the game that's Play Anywhere, now you're building your PC library and I can move you there. So for Asha, a Play Anywhere heavy show would be beneficial to her. A Game Pass focused day one Game Pass would not be. Because Game Pass makes people just play your game, rent, slap it out there, and throw it out in the streets. It doesn't bring people into the ecosystem. So I could see her play be more of Play Anywhere and less of Game Pass day one. And that's where I think they may be going. Maybe Gears E Day, listen, we're going to be here for all the fireworks, dude. If she puts out Gears E Day, there's no Game Pass day one logo, and there's a PlayStation 5 logo, bring the booze and the party hats and the popcorn, because I'm going to start the show and we're going to laugh for 2 hours. I just might play songs and laugh, because that will be and they're all at FanFest there. Their mouths will be hit the drawer. They'll be like, huh? Gears not coming into day one Game Pass. You got to buy it, and it's going to PlayStation. And they're shitting on Halo right here, man. So that's pissing me off. Well, I can't rant about that right now. But one of the things, but that's a day, we'll have that'll be equivalent. That'll be better than the Janky Jones. But one of the things that finally we're talking about how expensive gaming is, and to kind of pull this full circle, it is. And that's why I said, Dente, like, they are in such a bad spot, and she allowed them to get there because she didn't know the impact of her voice, of what she was saying. Like, she was saying, like, she was doing this. She was out there and she was doing, just saying, like, it's like, no, Asha, why are you saying that? Why are you even teasing that? Back off. Don't say that. She didn't realize the pout, like feeding the lions. No, you're not supposed to feed them, Asha, because now they're hungry. Now they want more meat. I only gave them a couple of little pieces of meat and said I'll be back. And I hear them. No, Asha, you can't give them anything because now they're going to go crazy. And they did. And now here we are. And it's not about what they show. Nobody gives a shit about what Halo looks like. Nobody cares about Fable and all they care about is if there's exclusives at the show. They don't care. So they could have an amazing show showing absolutely incredible games, and if they're for everybody, it will be a disaster, according to them. They have to be only on their Xbox. Well, dude, that ship sailed 10 years ago. Welcome to Gaming Grindhouse episode 1. When you said it was, fear-mongering, somebody said in the chat. But she's stupid. She don't know. And somebody should have told her, hey, and Phil Price sitting there going, ha, ha, ha. Oh, man.
Build an agent.
Phil's like, oh, man. Asha, why did you even say that? You don't give them a taste because they're going to want more. Asha's like, I hear you. Oh, let me know what else you think. Here's a feedback thing. Like, oh, no, Asha, why did you give them a platform to show how you're not listening to them? And if you don't do exclusives, they're going to say that player voice is going to be player shit. They're going to throw that out the window. It's dead. Nobody's going to use player voice if you don't address it. You basically just curated 20,000 upvotes on that thing, and if you don't address that stuff, nobody's going to use that shit after June. That's why it got shut down before, because Phil's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this anymore. And there's people stop using it because nobody's listening. So stupid, man. The Hunger Games, Xbox Edition. But as we're talking about expensive stuff and Xbox Civil War, dude, Days of Play returns. Non-player's voice, Don John. May 27th, starting today, to June 10th. $100 off PSVR 2. Shame, Sony. Well, we need more VR 2 games. $50 off of Plus Explore headbuds. $40 off of the Elite headsets. I got the earbuds. They're not too bad. $30 off the DualSense Edge control. $30 off of the Access control. $20 off of DualSense controllers. And then discounts on games. So, Grinders, what did I do? I got something special. And we're going to close it with this. And then we're going to go play some Bond. Grinders, look at this. Hit that like button, Grinders. I love those little gifts. Thank you so much. Did I miss any more of those? Those things are really cool. I like those little gift things. But yeah, let me show you something cool. Grinders. I heard this thing is hard to find, and I can't believe I found it, and I got it for the $20 off sale for $65. Here it is, Grinders. Where is it? Boom. I got the blue, and we're going to unbox it live here at the Gaming Grindhouse. So hit that like button. I got this. The Icon Blue Special Edition. It was only between PlayStation and Walmart. How nice that is. But it's a special edition PlayStation controller that came out last year, and I heard this thing was going wild on the interwebs. So we should put it on eBay and scalp? Hell no! We're opening it right now. Get the hell out of here. That life is not for me. That life is not for me. We're not scalping this thing. Got for $65. Let's see what it looks like. This is their special edition one. Also, those new ones, those ones that have those two colors, those ones are on sale too for $65. But this one I got for $65. It was originally $85, but apparently online this thing was like really hard to find because it was like a Walmart exclusive, but it was a PlayStation special edition. Like I do have the anniversary one, and I have the Edge. I gotta stop buying these things. I got the Astro one, but I was like, you know what? This thing's hard to find, so let's go. And I was like, I gotta save this for the Grindhouse because we gotta see it together. Because this thing I think has something really cool on it from what I've seen. So I'm not scalping it outside gaming. No, we don't do that here. This is what the grind is. You give me those stickers. You give me the stickers, the super chats, the members, which we're going to do the balcony show of the members only. So if you didn't get a membership, get it on there. Hopefully True Virgil will be there so we can play the song for him. But this is what we do, man. Grinders, we show you the cool stuff. This is what you supporting the channel does. The fun things. Scalping this. Ooh. Let's see. Yo, I can sell this for $400 easily. I don't care. Nope, not for me. Not for me. Let's see this glorious. Dun, dun, dun. The special edition. Let's see this thing. It even has I've never seen these things before. Look at these. These are special Herman Holtz grippers. Look at this. What is this? Oh, what is this? What is this PlayStation Flex? What are these? What are these? These little cozies. They got cozies on this one. They got little cozies. Yo, this looks... So it's not shiny, but it has some cool things on it. So this is... So it has clear... Okay, so look at this. It has the clear buttons on it. So these are translucent. So it has the clear buttons on it. But what's cool is that look at the touchpad. It has that. It has those things on the touchpad. The icons. That's the special edition. And what is this little message? Does this say when we play we all win? Little control sock. What does this say? It has some Japanese writing on the back. Does that say we got your Xbox games? What does that say? Let's see. Let's see what that interprets to. Where's my phone? Let's see. I think that says we got your games. Let's translate. Does anybody know what that says? It has something in Japanese on the back. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do my screen thing and see what it says. There we go. Let's nope, here. Let's see what it says. I'm looking up right now. To English. Using my AIs. Here, let's see. It says PlayStation in Japanese. No, it says King Dude says we got your games. Nope, it says PlayStation in Japanese. That's what it says. Yep, there it is. It says PlayStation. That back there says PlayStation in Japanese. Pretty awesome. And it's a dual tone. Yeah, I like it. That's not shiny though. It's still the dull one, but it says PlayStation in Japanese, and it has the things on the side. It has those. So it's a special edition one. It says here, yeah. It says Xbox. We got your game. We got Halo. That's what it says. But no, that's pretty cool. That does that. But yeah, it's a regular DualSense. It's pretty definitely cool looking. And yeah, a different one. And then hold on, I'll show you the other one. Say something else. Hold on. And then to introduce, here we go. Here's the I kept this one. I never got rid of this PlayStation controller. I never got rid of this one. This little dusty. Remember this one? This is the other anniversary one. I think Frogs actually has the console. I don't know. Frogs, I think, got the console for this thing. Remember, this is the PlayStation 4 one. You got the Walmart. Yeah, so that's the one. This is that PlayStation 4 one. I kept this one. Oh my god, this feels like so like toyish compared to the DualSense, dude. This PlayStation 4 controller. Yeah, this was the other anniversary one. And then I got this one. I had to get this one. This is the one I use mostly. That one, and then here's this one. Oh, you're playing Rocket League now with this one? Yeah, and here's the Elite one. This one's definitely is much heavier. You know, it's heavier. Now, does this have the... Yeah, see, this don't have those things on it. I wanted that one too, man. That green one, because that's the ones I was looking at. But then I saw that this one was out, and I was reading about this one. So I was like, this is a special anniversary one, so let me get that one. Because at least it's something different. Because I have this anniversary one and this one. And what I love about this one here is like I love the PlayStation logo there. I think this is so cool. Oh man, don't give me a Wolverine control. Then I got like, what am I doing? But this one was on sale. So this was $65. It was $85 if you could find it in the store, and then it was $65 for the Walmart one. And I like that it said that in the back, and it has that on the front. So yeah, that adds to my. And I got the Astrobot one there, but I vowed. Remember I was saying I was vowed. I was like, I'm not buying another PlayStation controller. But then they went on sale, and I was like, all right, let me get this special one, because I was looking at the that midnight one. That that new one with the drip, like the two-tone. But this is cool two-tone. And they said, like, if it's not shiny, then like, you're not gonna get your fingerprints on it. It's not, the other one's a fingerprint magnet, apparently. The shiny ones, the two-tone ones. But yeah, the gray one is sick. I love this one. This one's awesome. I think I kept the box. This one. Oh yeah, I kept the box for that one. I kept the 30th anniversary box because the box is so cool. 30th anniversary one. Can't beat that. I got the black portal. And then also too, for those grinders, hit that like button again. I want to show you something else. I'm working on this for my my 3D prints. I'm working on it. Actually, is it almost done? Hold on, let me see. I might even. Grinders. Look at that. See, you said it was gonna be a short show, but you want to know what? I like to show the stuff. So we got our unboxing, and then this project, and this is what I kind of do on the member shows. Like we kind of go through a tour of the cool things that that are around here, things I'm working on. Ouch. But yeah, this thing right here. Let me get this control out of here. But yeah, if you can still find it, it's at Walmart. If you could get it, and it's on sale with the PlayStation stuff. But this is the other thing that I'm working on. Just finished printing. It's a PlayStation coaster set. So like, I'm printing out the coasters for this that go in here, and they're basically the official game CDs. So I could print out different CDs and put them in the PlayStation coaster. So we'll put it together because it just finished printing. And basically now I'm going to print out different games and put them as coasters. Do you remember what the open was? Oh, sorry. We gotta do this. But yes, I'm building this right now for you guys. Hit that like button, grinders. Oh, definitely they're making it. My son still uses the Spider-Man one. He still uses the Spider-Man. He has the Spider-Man because we got the Spider-Man Ultimate Edition. But yeah, oh my god, a Wolverine control, like a two-tone black and yellow. Oh my god. Stop. I can't buy another controller. I'm going to go crazy. Can't buy any more controllers. I'm not going to get to it. I'm soon yet. Now, this thing's supposed to function. Apparently. I don't even know. I got to read the instructions. But apparently, these springs are supposed to open this up. Apparently. Remember, was the power button on the PlayStation, was it on this side? Was it over here? It was on this side. And then this open. It goes in here. These are functional buttons. So apparently. Apparently, if you do. That holds that open there. I'm just trying to see. But it's pretty detailed in the sense. Let me see. I got to read the instructions on how to build it. But this thing, these plug, this goes into here. See, that goes into here. Then you close it. But yeah, they got, and they, guess what? They got all different consoles too. I might do the PlayStation 5 one. They got the PlayStation 3, and then yeah, basically yeah. So this is a coaster set. So the coasters are actually the discs. But I couldn't believe the detail of it either. Like it was so cool. Like yeah, the plugs on the front, and they even you could. I think you could print the memory cards. But man, 3D printing is so much fun. But it's so cool. But yeah, little PlayStation thing. But anyway, we can only hope, right? Yeah, I'll get this thing built and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go jump on some Bond. But yeah, I thought I'll just show you some of those cool things there. And yeah, we do more of this stuff too. Some fun things, you know, some things like that. And you bring the topics on the members shows there. But I wanted to kind of, you know, thank everybody for Eric coming through and, you know, checking out the show. But yeah, those controls, if you can get them, they're on sale. So they're the only one that's not on sale is the new Bond, the gold one for Bond. That one's the only one that's not on the Days of Play sale. For that one on there. But yeah. Oh yeah, you got to clean that PS5 fan too, man. You got to take off those panels and blow it out there. But yeah, but you only need the. I don't even know if they sell these things, but I got to see how the discs come out as the coasters for this thing. But it came out so good. It was so cool. But yeah, it is good. I should get a license to sell these things. Yeah, we'll see. I don't sell them. They're fun to do. But I'm telling you, get the if you get the if you need advice on the prints and stuff, dude, I'm telling you right now, like the Bamboo Labs, man, you just go to their thing and you just see cool things and it just makes it work, like makes it happen. Like I just see, oh look at that, oh look, I got the open button works now, but like, how the hell does that open? Oh, it doesn't pop it open, but they're functional buttons. That's so cool. But anyway, we're going to go play some Bond. More Bond. That's right. Let's go play some Bond. So hit that like button, grinders. Yes. I don't know how much they got in price, but you know, the Bamboo Lab that does the two-tone colors and stuff like that, you know, it was like $450, something like that, with the color changing thing. Bamboo Lab is the way to go. Whether you get the Mini, whether you get the A1. Dude, the A1, they cook. They're incredible. I've done so many things with that. But yeah, I'll do more. You know, we talk more about it. I want to do the members show. We could do more of, you know, I could show you some cool prints and things like that. I'm just doing Castle Grayskull right now for the movie. Oh, and by the way, before I go, yo, that Mortal Kombat, dude. That Mortal Kombat movie, the sequel was friggin' awesome. I saw it on Saturday. The Mortal Kombat 2 movie was awesome. I really liked it. It was so much better than the first one. The first one that they made. But the Mortal Kombat movie is fire. So definitely go check that out if you have not already. But that Mortal Kombat movie was good. Ad hoc show, another one. I'll do another one. But yeah, members show I'm going to do. And that's why I kind of put the camera on. We go through some of the cool things. But I wanted to show you guys some cool stuff and the unboxing there. And yeah, let me know if prints and stuff like that. You know, I could make some things, anything like that. But yeah, let's go stream some Bond. So hit that like button, share it out. I'm going to be streaming that live, so follow me on the other side. So keep it locked here to Gaming Grindhouse. And thanks again, Grinders. And hit that like button. And more Grindhouse coming your way. We'll do another show probably in a couple of days or so. But we are out. Good night.